Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who found out a disturbing secret. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. My great-grandmother was married to 3 different people at the same time. The men were from different branches of the military. She was collecting all 3 of the paychecks at a time. Okay, great-grandmother. Wait, so she was like legally married to 3 of them? How does that work? I thought you can't apply for like another marriage if you're already in one, right? Or maybe it's different over there. Interesting. One night as a kid, I heard my parents having an explosive argument in the bedroom, which suddenly went quiet. The door was closed and locked. I found out during a drunk phone call from my mother it was because she attempted to shoot my father in the face with a gun, but it didn't go off when she pulled the trigger as there were no bullets. They were both horrified and just stared at each other apparently. They're still together. They're still together? How do you stay with someone that almost shot your face off? What? Oh my gosh, what is this? Like, I'm scared. I would never trust that person ever again. How did the dad forgive her? What? She literally tried to kill him and he's gonna be like, it's okay. That's freaking traumatizing for the kid though. I mean, luckily nothing happened, technically. But imagine if it did. Traumatizing. Discovered that my sister stole my father's 25k Rolex not more than 24 hours after he died. I only discovered it when her and her husband made a frivolous purchase, and I wondered where they got the money since they were always broke and begging my parents for money. I got suspicious. It hit me that she might have stolen and sold the Rolex. Had the paperwork, ran a track on the sales history, and discovered it had been sold to a pawn shop down the road where my sister lives. Went to the pawn shop after a bit of persuasion and got them to tell me who sold it to them, and it was my sister. Me and my mum disowned her. Good riddance, honestly. Stealing your father's watch after he died, and it hasn't even been more than a day. So like, what, was she waiting for him to die to like steal his things? That's so disrespectful. What the heck? Just found out the other day that it wasn't my neighbor's dad who senselessly shot and killed my dog. It was his son, who I was close friends with. He did it on purpose. He knew how much that dog meant to me too. I also found out the other day where he lives. He's a meth head now, so I'll just let nature or the police do the thing. Wow. Why would he do that though? My former wife, now ex, and I were having problems. I was certain she was cheating on me. I found her notes where she was figuring out and had added up how much I was worth dead. What the heck? Bro, I'm glad I'm single. My mum received birthday cards with money in them for years from her parents. She kept the cards with the money in them, saving to buy a piano. My sister, who has repeatedly stolen from family members, found the collection of cards and money and took them. My mum only wanted the cards back when she realized what happened. My sister denied everything. And the mum only wanted the cards back. That's so sad. How do you steal from your own family? What the heck? What is wrong with you? Imagine giving birth to a piece of shit like that. My coworker lets her dog hump her leg every morning till he releases. What the? Did we just read? While she has a coffee, which has stayed with me since I heard it. I can't think of anything else when they talk to me. Right? Like, yeah, what do you even think about? Every single time you see them, you're just gonna be like, that's the nasty leg. Ugh. What's wrong with some people, honestly? Like, are you guys okay? Graduated boot camp and wondered why my brother wouldn't talk to me. Turns out he was hooking up with my ex while I was there instead of delivering my letters. Guess guilt ate him up and he thought it was simpler to keep the lie and not have a brother. Right up until an old friend from my hometown told me what happened. Really? He thought it was just more simple to just act like nothing happened and then just pretend like he doesn't have a brother. How is that more simple? That's more suspicious. Huh. Like, obviously, that person's gonna find out if their girlfriend is like acting distant and then their own brother is also acting distant. Obviously, something is up. My grandfather beat someone to death. My dad was an only child, but my grandmother was once pregnant with my dad's younger brother. When she was 6 months pregnant, someone in construction equipment ran over the car she was driving and she lost the baby. While she was in the hospital, my grandfather found the guy and beat him to death. From what I understand, he was in jail for about a week before he was released. Apparently, he claimed temporary insanity due to the circumstances. I learned all this about 4 years ago when my brother was researching family history and asked my grandfather about it. I've always seen him as a nice little old man. How does that even happen though? Like construction equipment ran over the car? I think anyone would go crazy if they lost a baby like that or lost a life like that. So he killed the guy who ran her over? I kind of feel a bit bad though, because if it was like genuinely a mistake and like, you know, no one is speeding, no one is drunk driving, it just feels bad. My brother was stealing money from father who had dementia. This went on for a year and I found out about it because the bank who had my father's mortgage called me wondering why it hadn't been paid in 6 months. My father's bank account went into the negative around this time too, and when I confronted my brother about it, he said, well, I gotta pay my bills. I was about to take control of all the accounts and make sure stuff got back on track, but my father ended up in the hospital and died shortly after that. My brother also stole some of my inheritance too. In the end, he stole over $5,000 from his dying father. Holy. Having kids, right? And they don't even care about the fact that you're about to die. They just want your money. How sad is that? That's scary. How do you even raise your kids to be like good though? Because it's so hard considering like all the environmental factors. Like they could be like badly influenced in school and depending on the people they hang around, and you can't really stop that. You just gotta like cross your fingers and pray, right? It only takes like 3 seconds to become a bad person, but to become a good person, it takes long, because you gotta build up the goodness, if you know what I mean. Like you gotta build up that reputation of being nice and a good person, but to be bad, you just gotta do one thing and you're just bad. And I believe that's why so many people choose to be bad, because it's so fast. You know, it's like fast and rewarding in a bad way. Like you can steal and you get the money, right? But then if you're a good person, you gotta get a degree, get a job, and then you make money, or you gotta find a job and then you make money after working all those hours. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Honestly, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. I guess I don't want kids. When my grandfather passed away, we discovered that he did not exist. His name was not in any government registry. He was a normal citizen, paid taxes, had a license and everything, lived a long life, married to my grandmother for over 50 years, had multiple children, everything normal. Still till now, no one knows who he really was and why he had a false name. Wow. Maybe, you know, he moved to another country, right? And they just lost all like the documents, the birth certificates, lost everything, and they just made a new identity for him. Because I think that's what happens for a lot of people too. Oh, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.